Hello all you fans of speed gaming out there, and welcome to this speed gaming presentation of the Link to the Past Randomizer League. We have on tap for you today a match in the Invitational League between JKLOL featuring Jesse, aka Radical Sniper 99, and The Good, the Beer, and the Agent featuring Fear Agent. Or should I say Jesse? Well, we've got Jesse's on both sides, we've got the same seed on both sides, or at least they've got the same hash. I'm I'm joined on the call today by Phoenix. Hey Phoenix, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing also well. Looking forward for this matchup between Jesse and JKLOL. And don't forget our tracker, Flying Palidibus Dimitri. Thank you for pushing the button for us here on this match. Always appreciated. So, gate is dropped. We should start at any moment, and I'm excited to see hopefully a close race here.
This should be a fun one. This is our first head-to-head week as opposed to our co-op weeks. We have those a little interspersed. So last week was co-op AD. This week we've got this stanverted keys, or stankies, or stinkies as some people have been calling it. It's kind of inverted, but we've used tile swap, if you've seen the tile swap elsewhere, to move the escape sequence into the same world as the Dark World. So you can go through the escape sequence, and then you pop out and you can go over to Village of Outcasts, or kind of make your way over to Pod, or the things you would normally do in an inverted seed. It's also key sanity, but it's 7-7. This is not AD, although it tends to lend itself to that for some reason. I've seen a lot of Aga seeds this week. We'll see how it goes.
A lot of Aga seeds and also a lot of bunny walking. And our starting weapon is the Sombria.
Sombria's start is easy, it's just slow.
Yes, it is.
It's also somewhat convenient in that now you know you're not going to have to hunt for that particular item later.
It's helpful, the same with the bow or fire rod. Also, I have found the Harrow Castle Small, which is important to finish the escape. And yes, the first, I would guess, the next 4 or 5 minutes will be the same on both sides. We will see the way down to Salazar, to the Sank. And after that, hopefully, we will see some diversions.
We'll see what items we pull out of this. We'll see how much divergence the seed is really going to allow our runners. Looks like Fear Agent has discovered that the guards are in the low-value variety pack. That's the pack that starts small magic. The magic pack starts big magic, is the way you can tell them apart. And there is a bomb in this pack, so it looks like Fear is going to go and do a little look-see and see if he can't spike a bomb for the back of escape. It's pretty deep in the pack. I want to say it's drop 5, if I remember my pack correctly.
I don't have the drop packs in my... I have never learned to drop packs. Maybe I should.
I've been playing the game for 6 years. I have all sorts of nominally useless knowledge about this game tucked away in the back of my head now.
Makes sense. Oh, there are bombs.
Now, Fear is going to be happy and sad about that here in about 15 seconds. Happy because he'll have bombs and he doesn't have to worry about it. Sad because he's thrown quite a bit of time there and Jesse's now 2 rooms ahead.
To answer a question in the chat, yes, Jesse, Radical Sniper is using the Mariachi MSU pack. Walking price pack wiki maybe makes sense. Oh, we got a TR small here.
TR Small's an inverted. You like to have one. Once you've got 3, you're really set for life. You expect in most of these seeds that the mirror is just going to hop into your inventory at some point, and you'll have access to the mountain and to TR that way, and you can save yourself a key or two by doing so.
Yeah, one of the good things in inverted modes.
One of the changes for this, assuming that our runners actually get the item in question this seed, the flute not only comes pre-activated in this mode, which is nice, but Flute 1 is also changed. It's at the top of the mountain just off to the left of Ganon's tower, so really convenient to get up there in this mode.
We're talking about this mode, we have inverted 2.0, which will mean we also need mirror to enter Ice Palace, because the hole in the wall, which is in the normal inverted, got closed.
That's always been a little strange to me. One of the things, and there are many, but one of the things that I always liked about inverted seeds was, am I going to get into a situation where I have to do this really low percent Ice Palace nonsense or other low percent inverted nonsense? The real fun of the mode, I feel, is getting into those situations that you'll almost never see when you have a regular light world standard or open start. Oh look, that was more bombs than Dark Cross. We'll have plenty all of a sudden.
This will mean we have bombs for the brewery, for Hype Cave, and of course for the backup escape. So money, and small key for ice. We just talked about ice.
Yeah, we've got plenty of archery game money all of a sudden. That's one of the other fun things about inverted. People who know that I am very much an inverted enjoyer also know that the archery game and I are old friends.
Yes, but the archery game I also love to use the archery game to change some money, even if also in normal modes.
Every once in a while you will get there in a seed that doesn't give you a lot of early cash, and you'll think, well, you know, is this where I'm going to go ahead and farm up my odd money, Zora money, dig game money even? It's kind of tough for the game not to give you those kinds of rupees by the time you get dig game in non-inverted, but occasionally you might have spent your way down. And here's that divergence you wanted. We have Jesse going to Skull Woods, and Fear Agent just says, I'm going to pop the save and quit. I've got these bombs. I'm going directly to Hype Cave, and let's see if something good comes out. Ooh, speaking of Jesse and his foray into Skull Woods, that's a little spicy. We'll probably take a Death Warp for health here after grabbing the front right chest in Skull Woods.
Talking about money.
Dueling 3 hundos, the one that Fear Agent got is a vanilla location for a 3 hundo.
So 2 GT smalls, more bombs, and a hookshot.
I imagine he's going to be happy about that. That's something you can defend yourself on the overworld with, and also gain a little movement advantage here and there.
Especially without boots.
Big key to Tower of Hera. A big key is supposed to go there, but not that one.
Yeah, so we can call it a French vanilla big key.
And Jesse is not going to steal the key here. He's going to drop in this side, and this is going to be his excuse to save and quit and go get all of the things from Hype Cave there that Fear Agent just got.
Makes sense. So there is another 300.
You know about that archery game that I was saying just a couple of minutes ago? Yeah, that's off the table. That's dead to our forever.
Which archery game, Kappa?
I don't know. I don't believe it exists. Okay, dude, whatever. That's now that's just getting silly.
The game got chokes. We know it.
And the thing is, our runners don't quite know yet. Jesse is going to find this out, though. He's going to have a good laugh here in about 2 seconds.
Just mention it up. We got in this mode a total of 9 300s in the item pool.
Yeah, the branch that we're rolling this particular mode on has a different amount of 300s than the vanilla game, and seeds that you roll on the main branch of Randomizer use the same number as the original game had. This one has a few more. I've seen other seeds rolled in this where maybe 10 or 11 came out, but yeah, 8 or 9 tends to be pretty normal behavior for this.
So we will see some new stuff here. Map, it's for Eastern. There is another one, and it's for Desert.
Nominally, the mode is not all dungeons. Having map information can be useful to you.
Yes, and there are also some other sources of map or crystal pendant information, like Sehesra or Bomb Shop, but both are in the Dark World, so we don't have access to either of them yet.
There is one more. It's the classic runner's choice of just, I have access to this dungeon, I'm going to clear it, and we'll see what falls from the sky at the end.
So that's the other option. We get our first medallion, it's Ether.
Potentially convenient thing for later. It doesn't do any good right now, if only because we don't have a sword, so we couldn't activate it.
I have also to say we can't use the medallion without any sword. There is always Calvert Small.
Certainly a convenient small key. You'll get some use out of that.
We have also access to pot yet. We got the glove, we can lift up the stone. We kill catfish and pot.
Pierre saw that map, but it bounced right back at him. I'm not entirely sure he was going to pick that up, but he didn't get a choice.
Like here, take the map if you want or not. talked about options, what we can do. Jesse is going to catfish.
It's a fish that exists. We've got one item. Nicely timed kern jump there by Fear Agent.
Indeed. And going catfish first makes sense, because if there is a pot small, it will give us more checks there.
Maybe you get a pod small, maybe you get a bow. Now, I know Jesse is very conversant in his bufferless mimic clip, and, well, sometimes it works better for him than others, but I know it's something that before a big game he would put some practice into. There's a pod key, but not really the one we were expecting.
I was about to say, big is nice, but at the moment useless. But the good thing is, at least we don't have to hunt for that key if it comes to.
It's one more worry off the table.
Two. So, last option is pot.
And really not a whole lot of pod either. We've got one logical check in here.
The shooter room.
That's one. And of course, the seed has absolutely been flinging money at our runners. Opening pod, not a problem, and never was.
We can do it like 10 times.
You could lose that monkey all afternoon and you could still go get it again.
Okay, time for pot. Time for shooter room. What is in there?
Pod small. Show me a pod small.
Or a bow.
Okay,
The cape.
That's actually kind of funny.
We have
go into Agatower and use your red cane to kill ball and chain guards? Yeah, no, I understand exactly why Jesse's going to go mimic clip here. Let's see if we can't break around that just a little bit.
Not only Agatower, also bumper ledge is now a thing.
Ah, true. Yes. That, I suppose, is one of the dangers of not being on a team. I have not had to play this mode, so I've just been living vicariously through commentary for the most part. And there, ooh, he almost had it.
I need to learn that on some day. And there we go.
I'm pretty sure most people just kind of turn the controller up on its side and then flick their thumb across from the from one directional to the other. I've never been able to make it work for me, but that I understand from people I've talked to is how they get it to work.
Outside in pot was nothing, just bombs and some money.
Well, it was out of logic, so just don't spend those until you get a bow, and it's fine. Your hands are clean.
For the moment. Okay, what is on bumper ledge? Check a tower.
I like how both of them wanted to go through that rock, but it's an enemy in the Dark World.
What to say, in the Dark World it's an enemy who will attack you. The good thing is we got hookshot, so it makes the fight a bit easier. There is the flute!
One activated flute. Okay, now we can go up the mountain.
This will open up Super Bunny Cave and also Hookshot Cave. And of course my Shot. So Maya shot, first item nothing, second one also nothing.
The best thing we got out of that is we know that that ether gets us into Misery Mire if we need to go in.
It's already important.
Agent is in a lot of trouble here.
Oh no.
That's actually a big problem.
Especially without any magic.
I think it would have been more valuable to him to save Scum there since he had saved quit to the house to come here. He could have just reset the console.
Emulator.
Or emulator, as the case may be. It's been several years since I've played on emulator. It's difficult for me to remember sometimes, but yes, that is an option.
And Ice Rod. But hey, we got the Moonpole here. And we also need Ether to open up here.
Oh, alright, we've got big magic on a tree pole. That works out for Fear.
That's a nice one.
Nothing in Super Bunny either.
We got Hookshot.
We have Hookshot and Pearl, so now we go to the Light Mountain side.
But I can assume that we will rescue the old man first to get another saving quit point. And hey, Specrock Top is having another fetch quest. Finally, the Fear Agent got his flute. So what do we got here? A big key for TR and the lamp. So now we can use Dark Descent to get access to Kakariko.
Our access to most of the rest of the world for the moment, assuming that a hammer or the other glove doesn't just come out of something else that we're doing up here.
Point. Good. And we have found our first pot small.
Not likely to be something anyone's going to rush over there for, but it's nice to have.
Hello, sword.
Speaking of nice things to have, that's a very nice one.
Indeed. Now we can use the Ether Medallion. Spiral cave with nothing. So now I see Jesse rescuing the old man before going the dark descent way.
It's certainly possible. The old man rescue is a bit slow. Sometimes you might just want to hold off, especially when the game's giving you some other options, but maybe he wants to do it now. Yeah, he wants to do it now, sure.
I mean, you got a lamp, so it's in logic.
Suddenly these cabbages and that health total is a problem for Jesse. Hopefully this is not going to go too terribly awry. Going to take very close care of those bats, just in case.
Makes sense. Red with bull magic.
Interesting.
And there is a bottle of on lumberjack. Nothing what we need.
Probably not something that you have to rush for, but good to know that it's there.
Talking about Maya, there was the first smoke. How we can take the big checks here in Kakariko.
It's key sanity. It's not the kind of place you're going to get to dodge anyway. You may as well just hoover everything up now and see if the seed gives you some direction.
Hopefully. Okay, some 6. Another GT small. Hello, Bo.
Well, now those two totally worthless chicks in the Bowlock side of Potter and Logic, so happy days, right?
While Fear Agent is on the way to rescue the old man before going the dark descent. Hello, Flippers. Map for Swamp. There is overseas some big.
Okay, so we have a beatable Thieves Town. We still don't necessarily know what the dungeon prize for that is.
Not yet. A Potter. Hammer to check that powder.
Classic Key Sanity blind run of the race game. The chances are a lot better than in non-Key Sanity that something is here that you might at least be interested in having, but in this case the compass, probably not so much.
We get an Randomizer with Bosch Shuffle. It's a nice information, but not in this mode. For 5 with nothing.
Fear's going to get his bow and his other goodies here in Kakariko.
Nice pump refill here. Oh, 3 silvers.
Yeah, no, you're certainly not going to skip those. Not once you've gone all the way and seen them, anyway.
And more money. And this is Morky in the library.
There is.
So, we have here another pot small, some stick, a lot of sticks.
Tangible money, yeah, pod small 2. Not a logical breakpoint or anything. I still don't think it's enough for Jesse to say, hey, I really want to rush right back over to pod right now.
You want to get at least 4 or 5 pot smalls.
And probably also the hammer. You'd like to have the next time you go back there be, I'm beating the dungeon.
That's true.
Now, maybe the game doesn't give you that option, but you're gonna try.
And I would not be surprised to see another pot small in pot.
Fear is also not going to skip these silvers. You can see the momentary hesitation. Is this something in it? Nope. Yeah, it is.
Silvers are always nice to have.
I need this the same way I need any other delicious thing that I only have to spend about 3 seconds to go pick up.
So, man on the bridge. A fire rod. That's a nice find.
We're still a couple of keys away from doing Mothula logically, but now that you also have the big key to Thieves Town, the Western Dark World is starting to look at least a little appetizing.
Indeed. Here are small number 2 here on Lake Hylia Island.
That fire rod and knowing that we need ether to get into Turtle Rock, we're another small key to go along with the 2 we already have in the big key plus that fire rod. Yeah, it's on the table.
Oh, nice one. Master Sword and Mirror on Wonderful Fairy.
You cannot stack a 2-item cave much more than that, I don't think. Jesse definitely has options here. I'll be really curious to see what he decides that he wants to do once Zora spits the cider mouth. Oh, there's the ultimate life lesson. Luke to 3 does not want thieves just yet. There's the fire off the fear agent.
I would guess this is Kelwood's now.
The underbridge check is in logic, the boss is out of logic. There's no way that he's not doing the boss while he's here, of course.
I mean, is there a chance that Jesse will do modular? Because here you got everything what you need. It's beatable, still out of logic, but beatable.
And apparently he has map information. That's a B, is it not? So this is Blue Pendant.
So, not really required.
Be a little more interesting to see if he wants to go to this way. He has done all the work to walk over here. It's a little out of the way to come back to, but by the same token, this is a 7-7 seed. And he's gonna go for it. Second sword and mirror for Fear Agent. He's just following in Jesse's footsteps, and it was really just that mishap in Castle Tower that has him sitting here on the same path just a minute or so behind.
Yep. A small flight here. And it's another TR small.
Okay, so we know this was logically required. A third TR small absolutely helps your TR play.
We get E first on Mario, Fire Rod, Ice Rod. 3 TR smalls, TR big. TR is beatable. Now we will see some diversions. Fear Agent is going for Seas Town.
And I suspect we're going to see Jesse pick up absolutely everything in here before the boss, because you sure would like one more sword or the hammer before you start making plays onto regular magic, no extensions Trinex.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, at least you want to see, as you told, maybe a sword upgrade or maybe the hammer.
Even half magic, a blue or a green potion, anything would make this fight safer.
Indeed. So we have seen Maya Small to the attic in Thieves Town.
That's behind the Thieves Town small key, which we do not have yet. Just one of those things to keep in the back of the head when you're deciding later whether or not you would like to go into Misery Mire and do the Firelock side.
Hello, Mitz.
Well, hi. That's interesting. More of a convenience item in this mode, given the other things we've got already, but, you know, here we are. And Jesse's not taking the play all the way to the front. He's going to get the front after the boss.
For a second medallion, it's Quake. Mushroom. And another heart piece.
Meanwhile, line in the books. Yeah, that's a map to Hyrule Castle. That doesn't mean anything, but that crystal's pretty good.
Yes, it is.
Oh, and that Pokey Bounce is gonna cost Jesse a bit here. He's not gonna have any leeway in this fight at all.
Jesse needs to be careful here on Trinex.
And the problem with being careful on this or any other boss is as soon as you start trying to play careful, you tend to get yourself into a very sticky situation, and then that's when the problems start. That extra fire rod splash damage on the ice head making this a whole lot more convenient than it looks like it would be otherwise. Now he just needs to not eat phase 2 in the face.
Nicely done.
You can certainly see the experience that he has in low percent, particularly in things like spoiler and pilot spoiler coming in there. There was literally no fear of that boss whatsoever. He just says, well, you know, I'll just not get hit then. It's fine.
Meanwhile, Peer Agent is making his way through Mire.
Yep, he's in here on this illogical Firelock side. Gonna see if he can pull anything from it. We don't have a Mire Big yet, so we know it's a Crystal Dungeon. Unless the Mire Big is in here in one of these checks, he's not going to be able to clear it. And these front of TR checks that Jesse gets access to after the boss, we've got a Heart Container.
Additional Heart Container, always good.
And we'll see Vanilla Big Key location of Mire, $50. So $70 on the 3 key lock side of Misery Mire.
So just trash. Talking about money. There is the hammer.
There's the hammer, so go to Mire for your hammer. Now, Jesse's going to go ahead and do the Back of Thieves. We still haven't seen the small key to this. We've seen the hammer now, but without the small key, it's not really going to change anything. Here's Mire trying to put that Turtle Rock small on the boss of Skull Woods into logic. Alright, so go to Misery Mire, get your hammer. Let's see what Fear Agent wants to go do with that. We haven't seen a small yet.
No, but now we can do Hera with that hammer.
Very true. It's also going to give him a little more leeway on that Trinex fight.
Yes, Peer Agent has the fire rod.
Interesting.
Desert Small?
Desert Small there.
Hammerlocked.
Hammerlocked, and we still can't use it yet because, again, inverted layout, we need a book to get in.
But say we're still missing the book.
And Fear apparently has map checked that. We do have knowledge on his side that that is a crystal dungeon, so the book is required.
Crystal number 2 for Jesse.
Now Jesse's going to get his information, so we knew Skullwood's already pawed, apparently also a pendant.
Also, we can see Ice Palace is a red crystal. Still missing the green pendant information. And yes, of course, we can now also do this myth chain.
Perfectly reasonable thing to do. It does mean that Jesse's going to be leaving hammer pegs behind for a while, since this is not going to yield him the hammer.
He also leaves powder check behind.
Silly inverted tricks. If you have the mitts and the flute and you want to turn in purple chest, just flute 6. Lift the rock and go.
And Eastern is vanilla green pendant, what I have seen.
Interesting. So all of a sudden we don't really care if we wind up with a big key for that or more pot smalls, probably.
Hey, we have found the third medallion.
The only one we really needed is Ether. The Bombos medallion could be convenient for a cold stare kill here at some point. Jesse's going to have to get the hammer before that's a thing for him, but it looks like he's on the right track for that now. He's heading for Mire. Nice hammering there by Fear Agent. Trinex goes down. For beamless and bootsless, that was a pretty good Mire 2 from Jesse.
And after clearing TR front, I see Fear Agent going to Hera.
Certainly difficult to say no to it at this point. Probably starting to get to that point where we can look and see what do we still need to win the game. We're going to need the book, obviously. We'll need a Swamp Palace small key, a GT big. Jesse needs to pull the hammer, but he'll do that here in a minute.
Talking about big keys, I'm not sure if you have talked about, but we also need the Maya big.
Oh, yes, we do. I mentioned that when Fear was in the dungeon as a, well, he's not going to be able to beat this right now, and then it promptly left my head entirely. I
Sounds like
about
me.
It, therefore it's a thing that doesn't matter anymore.
That sounds like me.
It's kind of like the danger of co-op. My partner has talked about this item, therefore I have it in my inventory.
And Fear Agent on the way to Hera, which shows us some new checks. And of course, we also have access to the shuttle.
You're certainly not going to skip it. It takes a long time to come back here if you decide you're just going to leave it there and you find out you need it later.
Especially without boots. Oh, hello GT map. So, there is this one small.
Okay, that's one problem we can cross off the list.
This will open us 9 checks in total. Because we don't have the Swamp Big yet.
Still seems like a pretty solid option as a next play. Mariachi Dark World is still good.
So, there is the book, we have access to Desert, and Hera is a normal crystal. And with the book in our hands, we can also check E for tablet. More money.
This could be interesting with Beer having that small key to Desert Palace.
Where was this? Mimic Cave?
Mimic Cave. Because it seems unlikely that Jesse is going to backtrack for that check at this point.
So what do we got here? Castle Tower Small. And bombs. Castle Tower Small can be a thing here.
It is possible.
So now Modular is in logic. We have found the last Kerwood Small.
Which makes the TR small there logical, which gets us closer to a logical clear of Turtle Rock. We're probably not living in a world at this point where Fear Agent ever actually does Malfila. Unless these last couple of big keys are really, really out of the way.
The only chance Virgin will go to Modular is when one of our big keys is on tablet, on pendant, pedestal. Now I got it.
I am at least a little suspicious of all of those GT smalls coming out so early that the GT big keys may be just in the basement there.
He's a bust.
But you never know. Sometimes it just falls into your inventory along the way, and that's just where the small keys were. Okay, free boots.
Nice one.
Right in the way.
You'd like to see that?
Fear Agent having a little cactus adventure there leading the desert screen, but okay.
And the next way is to Swamp. Understandable.
You just loop right on through this into Ice Palace, and then at that point, maybe you have to make a choice, and maybe you don't.
Indeed.
Let's see how our runners want to approach this, still missing a couple of big keys.
Left side swamp can be a thing here. The question, will we skip it or not?
Well, it certainly won't be an early play for Fear Agent. He's going to go for the back. He'll play for the density and the crystal that he has to get anyway. And here's our divergence again. Jesse is going to immediately open up on the left-hand side.
So we have found the mirror shield.
All well and good, but you cannot use it as a big key in a pinch. Coming up on the boss on the right-hand side and left-hand side swamp on the left-hand side. Let's see. Do any of these have the answers we need, or is it just the crystal?
Not the left side.
Fear Agent can save some time there if he has the guts to skip it. It becomes a lot easier choice if this is a Meyer Big or a GT Big. How about a Compass to Skull?
I mean, Genza can also be the red bomb.
No guts, no glory. Fear Agent says left side swamp has 2 items, and I don't care.
My choice here, as we have seen.
It's going to give him some additional time here in Ice Palace while Jesse's still working on the back of Swamp Palace. Okay, let's see Icebreaker chest. Piece of heart.
To this dungeon.
Interesting piece of logic. It swaps that check we just made for another check to be named Lair. Blue potion, you're not going to turn it down, but again, not one of the keys we're looking for.
It just opened up another check.
Ah, that was first bottle, wasn't it? Interesting. I
Yes,
don't
it was
know
the
that
first.
You're going to go rushing over there, but yeah. Ooh.
These sound small. Another pot small.
Yeah, Phoenix, I think we're reaching that point where if we don't have that Mire Big pop off of the boss here in Ice Palace, that siren song of Palace of Darkness is growing pretty loud in my ears. Again, you kind of figure maybe we're going to pull Pod Small and Pod to get to our 4 key locked checks in the back, so with 3, and also knowing Pendant, so you may not want to beat it anyway, you don't have to worry about preserving key quite so much.
I'm also thinking about a possible Eastern dip.
That's over there as well. You have a lot of options. It's probably your largest point of density at this point.
It is.
Fear just hammering down the cotton candy. Gets a small okay, Pod Small 4, yeah. Game, I'm hearing the things now. I really am.
Pot is calling us louder and louder. Eat Pyramid Parry is also an option what we get. I guess on Fear Agent's side we will see Pyramid Parry into Pot Eastern area.
It certainly looks like it.
You're
Oh, almost, but the game's got jokes. That is
Indeed.
required, though. You're gonna have to go there. And Jesse's gonna pick up shovel. Let's see what
It's a
Cat's Tower
choice.
2 is, though. 1 heart.
Nothing. Nothing. Also, the shovel is dead.
And Jesse's not going to miss this GT Big either, but he's certainly in a tight spot because Fear is the one showing us all the new checks right now. Fear deciding that's not exactly where he wants that portal.
And the agent forgot for a second that he already has opened up pot.
It's easy to forget we haven't been here in a while.
Okay, big he just nothing.
Map chest also nothing. At least I think that's map. Maybe it's compass. I never remember.
For me, it's just known as Stalpo's basement.
Yeah, Stalpo's basement works. Jesse's going to skip the 6 key lock location there, at least for the moment.
Hey, the last year small. Our first boomerang.
So our answer was not 4 key locked in pod. Interesting. Yeah, logically speaking, it was, because TRSK4 logically required to beat the siege. You need that to beat Trinex in this. But I was kind of expecting something a little more interesting to come out there, and it didn't.
The second boomerang also here in pot. So the answer is not Dark Maze. Or should I say pot? I mean, it can also be an Helmer.
We still need a couple more pod smalls to put any of these or Helma in logic, and I mean, maybe they're just in Eastern. They could be. It's possible.
Indeed. And Jesse is going... No, he did not saw his basement. I was about to say he will go for Helma.
I do like Jesse here trying to make these skips based on his understanding of the current key logic. It's a little difficult not to do the checks in the back while you're back there, but deciding, you know, I'm still 2 keys short of getting to Vanilla Big Key location or Helma. Why make a choice? Why not just, if the game's gonna force me into it, the game's gonna force me into it, but right now, let's not.
One check left here in Eastern.
And if it's not here, this might be the part where Fear Agent finally gives Jesse that back of Skull Woods time back.
Swampy just see some pictures. For Swampy still missing the big key, but see some pictures can be a thing. Oh, and talking about Smith Chain, we also got Magic Bat and Hammer Packs.
Fear Agent's going to take the quicker Light World way to get to the back of Skull Woods, and also read Ped while he's here.
It's an upgrade.
That's not going to change anybody's plans, I don't think.
Bye, Rep. It was nice to meet you.
And finding a mirror point there in Inverted is just a pain. It's not fun.
Not really.
And
So
Jesse's going to go get onto the B side of the Smith sequence here. Yep.
I was about to say, now we will see finally Hammer Packs.
It's Big Key.
It's go mode.
It's Big Key to Meyer. That is go mode. You certainly wouldn't have minded another sword coming out while you were looking for that, but now that it hasn't and you've already got silvers, you feel okay. This is not the darkest timeline. Fear's going to check Skullwood's Big.
Makes sense, he doesn't know about his go mode on Hammer Packs.
I suspect he's going to be there fairly shortly. Alright, he's gonna go across the bonk trucks first. Makes sense.
He will also do Graveyard Ledge. Hey, now we can do cast. I was about to say, now we can do Eggermon for the bottle.
Okay, there's just a sword in the way. I was wondering if Beer Agent maybe would do something else before getting that Go Mode Meyer key and then get a sword somewhere and maybe have enough of an advantage to make up the gap, but this is a pretty commanding lead for Jesse at this point.
Indeed, and it will also like choke in Randomizer, doing a boss and a find your soda upgrade there.
I feel like it's more common on something like Trinex, so you're doing Master Sword, Hammer Trinex, and then it's like, oh, well, here's the sword. Why couldn't you just put that on Laser Bridge video game? My life would have been so much easier.
The same with Macula. Or playing cross key to get first sword on Trinex at 140, and that's also painful.
I can't say I've ever done that one. There are reasons. Sick kid check. Oh, there's the half magic. That was rather difficult to come by this seed, given all of the bottles we haven't seen.
And now Fear Agent finally on the Smith chain.
Now Jesse has reached the point where if you didn't have a tempered sword, you might open these checks. It can speed the Ganon fight up quite a bit, but you're not looking for butter. You're certainly not looking for anything else. Well, you'll get the refill here, so you don't have to worry about pulling a bottle with potion in it necessarily. And then tempered sword silvers, easy game, right? Everybody's done that 100 times.
Indeed, and also you got a blue in your pocket, so you have some safety.
Not even interested in taking Moldorm 2's Grand Reserve. He's just heading for the boss. Fear Agent heading for Meyer, but unless Jesse has some kind of substantial technical issue, it's gonna be too little too late. That was a very cooperative lineup. It's almost a shame he didn't need more reflections there. Solid one cycle phase 1, we'll do some slash and hook strats and get phase 2. Easy 1 and 1, now we just have to be a little patient if Ganon wants to be a bit warpy. Take the double when the game offers it to you. Yeah, Ganon was long gone by the time you tried that, but here we go. One more double, that's going to seal the deal. Jesse's going to have to wait a fanfare out here after this pig explodes, but go ahead and get your GGs ready.
After beating the final boss, the bridge. There we go. Jesse has finished this seed with an official time of 1:33.1. And Fear Agent has forfeited immediately.
Jesse wins and Jesse forfeits. This is the way this was always going to go, right? One Jesse was going to win and one Jesse wasn't.
Indeed.
Well, I suppose they could have tied. I feel like we've seen at least one tie already this season.
It was in week 1, yes, I remember. It was a really close one.
We are joined by today's winner, Jesse Radical Sniper 99. Good game.
Thank you, GG's.
That looked about like what I've been seeing from most of these stinkies, stankies, inverted keys, whatever your flavor of calling it is. Was there anything that really stood out to you?
That opening was trash.
Yes, it was.
I mean, like, I don't know, maybe I could have scouted Bumper early, but after that, it didn't feel too bad. Like, after that opening, like, it started to kind of feel decent, but that opening just... dip pod for a cape to get into Aga Tower. Like, I wish I scouted Bumper, but then pulling the flute, it was like, that was the only thing left.
And now we get also joined by Fear Agent. GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
GG.
We were talking about the opener with Jesse RS, since we've got two Jessies no waiting here. Your thoughts on the cape to Aga Tower to complete nonsense sequence for your original access to Light World?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty frustrating, especially because of my stupid death there. Yeah, I don't know.
That was a good backup by you, though, checking those tree poles and getting those full magic decanters.
I knew stun prize was the magic, but it was going to take so long, so I don't know. I just thought might as well check stun prize since I'm here, or the tree pool since I'm here. I had to do something. There was nothing left, so I had to go back somehow. So
I wondered on the commentary at the time if it might not be faster you had saved quit to the house to get there. I'm pretty sure you could have just reset and gotten your magic back.
Yeah, that's like when you're in the middle of the race and you just die on a stupid reason to die.
It's not the easiest thing to think of.
Yeah, it's not like I'm trying not to panic, and even then I'm trying not to like just immediately forfeit. I feel like after I kind of calmed myself down, I got the magic and went back. I was like, okay, it is what it is. The game's race isn't over. I'll just keep going. I honestly, I felt good until after Pyramid Fairy. I did everything but Hammer Pigs. So, I mean, I have like 4 locations left. Not Lacoon, Left Side Swamp, but
that Pyramid Fairy felt like it could have been a really ugly check in this one too. To be honest, like
not really. Like if I don't know, like maybe I don't know if you do.
I saw a world where if you get Mire big, like Pyramid Fairy.
How are you gonna get Mire big? Because you have to go through your light rolled access is through the mountain, right? So you're gonna go through Kakariko no matter what.
Oh sure.
And so you don't get the mirror until later because it's in Waterfall, right? So when at that point do you go back to Kakariko? So I don't know.
I mean, it was like after I finished Ice, it was like I could go Pyramid, or I could go Pyramid or I could go Eastern Pod because I hadn't touched there, and I was like, we'll go Pyramid now first before Eastern Pod, and then I went Eastern Pod. So I was like, I don't know. I see a world where you go Eastern Pod, and then it's like it's a bunch of weird last locates or like low density checks, and I found that Pegs was one of my personal that was one of the spots I didn't check a lot. I was like, ugh.
I mean, I had all of that stuff. I don't know. I don't know. When you're looking for a big key, it could be anywhere, right? So I did Pyramid Fairy, did Castle Tower, Eastern Pod, and then I did all the North Light World checks, which take forever because you have to mirror 1,000,000 times. Did the Mushroom, finished Skull Woods because I didn't do that, and then routed south. So I don't know.
And Jesse, you did Skull Woods relatively early, long before you had anywhere near small keys for that boss. That was one that Fear Agent didn't get to until substantially later, and it looked for a while like that was going to be time that was really on his side, but then when it came down to that Mire Big Key hunt, he wound up giving it back to you.
Yeah, I didn't do the map check, and then when I walked in, I was like, oh, it's Red Pendant. Fine, I'm here, like it's 2 checks, and then I get my 3rd TR small off of the Moth, and I'm like, well, I was planning TR next anyway, so let's go up the mountain and have fun with Master Sword Trinex. So and then that was
mode, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. And then it was the mitts there that really helped with routing eventually, so mitts feel pretty good. What were you gonna say?
I forgot.
Isn't that always the way?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I do map checks. I do map checks in this mode. If it's AD, I'm not checking maps, but so I knew Skull Woods was a pendant, and I didn't have the key, so it's not in logic. And at that point, I'm still looking for the hammer. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't gonna do Skull Woods. I think I was maybe a little premature. Did you do Thieves Town with the small?
No.
Okay.
I beat TR, and at that point it was like I can dip Mire, I can dip Ice, I could dip Eastern Pod, I could and out of all of them I'm like, Thieves Town is probably my least objectionable play here.
See, I didn't want to go to Turok even though it was clearable because the equipment was so poor. Like I didn't have half magic, I didn't have hammer yet, and I gotta fight Trinex. I'm like, I don't know, I just don't want to. I feel like it's going to take me a long time. So I dipped Mire and got the hammer and then went up to the mountain and did all the stuff. So
I wish I had done that in the long run because of how loaded Hera was, but I clutched out Trinex, so it didn't feel terrible, and getting the mitts there was at least decent for routing
the
later.
mitts were nice. Yeah.
But no, that Hera was great, and then it just sent me like desert, swamp, ice. It was just like boom, boom, boom right after that.
And Fear had the potential out with the Desert Palace small key, which was in Mimic Cave of all things, because Jesse, you were never getting there.
I after I pulled the book off of Moldorm, I think I was in Swamp, and I'm like, oh, Jesse, you're an idiot. Like, why did you forget Ether Tablet? And I forgot Ether Tablet, and I forgot Mimic Cave. I'm like, I'm a big moron, and I'm hoping nothing burned me today. Like, whoo.
I'll be okay. Never.
So easy to forget.
It's because it's such a terrible check to go all the way back up there. I'm okay never playing this mode again, by the way. Like, I don't think it's the worst mode, but it's just not fun. I don't know. I just don't have fun playing inverted. I feel like especially, I had probably like 400 mirror bonks. I'm so tired of mirror bonking, and I don't know. I just don't ever want to play it again.
I like inverted. I think what it is that I play in inverted mode for a little while, and then I'm like, I'm good. That's enough. You know, maybe somebody can come up with something. Like, there's never an inverted mode that I'm like, I just want to keep playing it. It's not cross keys. It's not kabuki. It's like, I'll play it a dozen times and I'll be like, yeah, I had my fill.
I'm good. I'm good with it. I'm glad I don't have to play. I'm glad it's not in the playoffs. I'm glad I don't have to play it again. I'm done. And it's not good for our team. We went 0-2 this week, so.
Well, you let Beer dodge it somehow.
Beer was supposed to play.
He was supposed to play, but he had some travel issues, so
he told me about that independently, and I'm like, I kind of would have liked to have seen that game, because this feels like the sort of mode that plays to his strengths, and sometimes life just intervenes. That's the way it is. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and start wrapping this thing up. Thank you both for putting on the show for everybody here on this Friday afternoon. I hope everybody out there in Chatland was entertained. Jesse A and Jesse RS, if you would like a final word, now is the time. Otherwise, I'll look at a couple of speed gaming scheduling sorts of things and then let Phoenix close us up.
Yeah, GG's, and thanks for the race. Yeah. Thanks for the restream, and good luck to JKLOL. I hope you lose the rest of your games.
Wow, thanks, buddy. But no, thanks. It was good to race you again, Fear. I always enjoy the chance to face off with you for sure.
This was my first tournament race since the last league, solo tournament race since the last league, by the way. So, I should probably do these more.
But yeah, no, it was fun to get to face you guys again this season after we faced off Interdivision last season. So
for sure.
Good luck to the rest of the way for you guys as well. And we'll see what happens the rest of the season. We got spoiler next week, so.
Yeah, thanks for the restream, and I'm gonna go get lunch because I am starving. See ya.
Later.
Okay, with our runner's interview in the bank, let's go ahead and look at the schedule for just a moment here. Over on SpeedGaming 2, starting about 46 minutes ago, we have Perfect Unadulterated Gaming Squad, the Pugs, versus the Hyrule Hunahode, Operation Rure, or however that's supposed to be pronounced. I'll let Phoenix fix that for me in post. But that's Dante versus Scholzer. They're, of course, playing this mode as a Week 2 League matchup. Then at 7 p.m. Rando time, Eastern time, we have Spoilers and Help Me Help You, Zelga and So. That's going to be back here on Speed Gaming Prime. Let's see, do we have Open League? No, it looks like we do not have an Open League that is going to be on the Speed Gaming or ALTTPR League family of channels this evening. So those two invitational matchups are your choices. If you want something else speed gaming wise in your life, speedgaming.org/schedule. See what else is going on the Speed Gaming family of channels. But for now, it's time for us to close up shop here, Phoenix. If you've got a last word, now is the time.
So, at first, it was not to work with you. It was a pleasure. And yeah, as you told, at the moment we got Dante versus Schulze, and to get you corrected with the name, it's Hyrule Hühnerhorde Operation Rührei in German. It was Tito's idea combined with AI. Don't ask. Okay, and at 7 p.m. we have, as you told, spoilers with against Help Me Help You. It's Helga Dissan versus CSO. We are still looking for some commentators there, so if you want to commentate for us, let us know. Every voice is appreciated. So that's all for the moment. Wish everybody a nice rest of the day. Thanks for joining in. We see us next time. Goodbye.